There you go. Couldn't find the curtain, but designated driver for two people fucking. That's incredible right there. You guys ready to keep the show going? Yeah. Your next comic, very excited to see him. It's the Jewish holidays. He's here for you. Let's go crazy for Aaron Richmond, everybody!
Yeah. Wow, I'm a little smaller than the rest of you guys, so thank you for the microphone. It's been a little, almost a year, September 28th, since the last time I went on stage. So I want to say thank you to Jacob for having me out, and thank you to all of you for coming out. I was going to do some jokes that I had written, but on the way here something happened, and I'm going to share this story. There were a couple kids down the street here who wanted cigarettes, I guess, so they thought it'd be okay to come up to me and ask me if I would buy them cigarettes. Now, I live out in Mississauga. We don't have this kind of stuff. I'm sure maybe it happens a lot here in Toronto, because I know when I lived in Toronto, we used to do it a lot. I don't buy shoulder tabs, never, like as a kid growing up, never did I personally have to do it, because I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, I did LSD. And we didn't have to shoulder tab to get our hands on the shit, but we did shoulder tab to get our hands on porn. And I'll never forget the time my three friends were about 13 years old, standing outside Becker's. And people are walking by, and I'm the guy who's got picked to try and do it. So, excuse me, will you? But nobody's fucking stopping. And it's because they think I want cigarettes. So I just said, I'm like, I just want a damn porno mag. And the guy stopped and went, which one? And I didn't know. I'm like, I don't know, whatever they got for 10 bucks. So he went in, and he came out, and he had bought us a Club International. Now, if anyone knows porn, there's Playboy, there's Hustler, and then there's Club International, which is pretty much sadomasochism, fetish, everything you would expect in the darkest of porn, printed in a magazine for us 13-year-old adolescents. So I ran behind the Beckers, we met by the dumpster there, and we started looking through this thing, and it's like, okay, well, we gotta split this shit up. Okay, I get it Monday to Wednesday, you get it Thursday, Friday, Ryan, you have it on weekends, okay? So, life went on from there, and Ryan says to me after my first time with the magazine, did you jerk off, dude? And I'm like, no. He's like, why not? I'm like, because I don't even fucking do that. Like, I don't even know how to do that. He's like, what do you mean you don't know how to do that? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Dude grabs a banana. So we're back in like eighth grade class with the banana. He's showing me, two 13-year-olds, how to jerk off with a banana. So I go home that night. I've got the magazine with me. And I have at her. I try and do it, but it just didn't feel right. And I came back to school the next day telling Ryan that. He's like, did you do it? I went, yeah, I tried. He goes, well, and I'm like, I think I was gonna pee myself. And he goes, what? I don't think you could do that, man. I don't think you can actually piss while jerking off. I say, just piss. Go ahead and see how it feels. And he's like, what are you using for lube, by the way? I said, lube, what do you mean? He's like, well, you can't go dry, man. You're gonna chafe the hell out of yourself. Like, what the fuck are you using? I'm like, nothing. He goes, I use baby oil. So when you get home, use anything you can find in the cabinet, something liquidy that gives you some lubrication, man. Otherwise, you're gonna hurt yourself. I'm like, okay. So that night I get home, going through the medicine cabinet, and I find Dippity-Doo number 5. So if you guys don't know what that's the blue bottle. Okay, that's the sport gel version. So the first 4 or 5 minutes was great. I had never felt anything so euphoric in my life. But then the desired effect of the manufactured product started to take its place, and it began to burn like nothing I can explain with words. So I ran to the bathroom and began, keep in mind I live with my mother, my aunt, and my female cousin. So they see me beeline it with this thing flying into the bathroom, slam the door, and I'm splashing water on myself trying to get this thing off. And my dick's trying to go flaccid, but it won't, because like a prosthetic, this gel is holding everything in place. Needless to say, I didn't touch myself again for a very, very long time. With that, I guess I'll dive into a couple jokes here that I've got. Okay, so unfortunately my wife and our kids were unable to make it this evening. It sucks because I would have liked to have her here with COVID, me not performing in a year, but she wasn't able to make it out. And as much as I call her children, our children, they're biologically her children. But I love them like they're my own, and they hate me like I'm their father. So, I do love children, and I'm glad that I'm in a secure relationship, because dating and I never did well. It's not that, am I getting the light back there? I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna say a couple things that happened on dates that I said or did that just didn't go well. I once told a girl that I love fucking children. Now, what I meant was children I fucking love them. What I said, and here's the thing, I didn't know what I had said until I saw how she responded, and I was like, no, hold on. And if I did want to go there, don't you think I'd lead in with something first, like, hey, have you seen Cuties? What did you think? Anyways, with that, have a good night, guys.